In the ever-evolving landscape of technology and business, few figures have managed to remain as polarizing as Elon Musk. His recent ventures, particularly through his association with former President Donald Trump, have drawn both intrigue and skepticism. As reports emerge about Musk's businesses benefiting from his role as Trump's confidant, the implications for his companies and the broader electric vehicle EV market are profound. Recent analyses indicate that Musk's tenure at the Department of Government Efficiency (DOGE) has not yielded the desired results he initially anticipated. Despite claims that his efforts could save the U.S. government $170 billion, many experts suggest that these figures are not only exaggerated but may also lead to significant financial losses for taxpayers. According to estimates, the government's spending has actually increased, contradicting the intended efficiencies. In the context of Musk's corporate ventures, Tesla, once the undisputed leader in the electric vehicle market, is facing mounting challenges. The company reported an 8% decline in year-over-year sales in China, a critical market for the EV sector. This downturn comes at a time when competition is heating up, particularly from a new startup called Slate Automotive, backed by Amazon founder Jeff Bezos. Slate has unveiled a line of customizable electric pickup trucks priced as low as $25,000, which has generated over 100,000 reservations in a matter of days. This starkly contrasts with Tesla's Cybertruck, which has been met with skepticism and stagnant demand, as evidenced by reports of unsold vehicles accumulating at its Texas Gigafactory. Slate's model is not just affordable, it offers a deeply customizable and analog experience, which is a significant departure from Tesla's tech-heavy approach, noted industry analysts. This shift could resonate well with consumers seeking practicality over innovation, particularly in the competitive pickup truck market. Musk's recent focus on initiatives such as the robotaxi also faces considerable headwinds. Analysts have expressed doubts about the viability of these projects amidst the growing competition and changing consumer preferences. The challenges Tesla faces are compounded by Musk's controversial public persona and business decisions that have in some cases alienated potential customers and investors alike. Furthermore, Musk's alignment with Trump has raised eyebrows. Critics argue that Musk may have become a pawn in a larger political game, serving as a useful idiot for the former president without reaping the promised benefits. This perception could tarnish the reputations of both Musk and his enterprises, particularly as public sentiment regarding Trump's policies evolves. As the electric vehicle market becomes increasingly saturated, the coming months will be critical for Musk and Tesla, with rivals like Slate Automotive gaining momentum. Tesla must rethink its strategies and perhaps pivot away from its current path to reclaim its position at the forefront of the industry. The interplay of political influence, market dynamics, and consumer preferences will likely shape both Musk's legacy and the future of electric vehicles in profound ways. In conclusion, as Musk navigates the complexities of his dual roles in business and politics, the stakes continue to rise. Observers will be keenly watching how these developments unfold, especially as they may dictate the trajectory of Tesla and other ventures under Musk's leadership in an increasingly competitive landscape. In a political landscape increasingly dominated by the intersection of technology and governance, Elon Musk's tenure as head of the Department of Government Efficiency (DOGE) has sparked a mix of intrigue and skepticism. As one of the most prominent figures in the Trump administration, Musk's influence has generated both support and criticism, raising questions about his true impact on federal operations and spending. Musk, who has a reputation for bold ambitions, faced a challenging task in his role at DOGE, a quasi-agency aimed at streamlining government operations. In a candid admission last month, he acknowledged that the department had been not as effective as I'd like, despite claims that it had saved the U.S. government $170 billion through layoffs and canceled contracts. Critics, however, argue that these figures are either exaggerated or unsubstantiated, with some estimates suggesting that the actions of DOGE could actually cost taxpayers an additional $135 billion this year. As President Trump prepares for a potential second term, he has expressed a desire to keep Musk in his advisory role for as long as possible despite the billionaire's other commitments to his companies, Tesla and SpaceX. "He's an amazing guy," Trump remarked, emphasizing Musk's talents. Yet with Musk's special government employee status set to expire at the end of May, speculation mounts about whether his departure will lead to a significant shift in the administration's approach to government efficiency. Musk's role has not only been limited to DOGE, he has become a central figure within the Trump administration, shaping policy and rallying support for key initiatives. His participation in high-profile meetings and public appearances has made him the face of the administration alongside Trump. However, this visibility has not come without consequences. A recent NBC News poll indicates that a majority of Americans, 51%, hold negative views of Musk, raising concerns about the political risks associated with his involvement in governance. As Musk strives to cut federal spending by $1 trillion, he has faced backlash from various quarters, including Democrats and critics who question the implications of his policies. The administration's aggressive cuts have led to accusations of negligence in essential services, prompting some to label Musk's influence as a potential conflict of interest, especially given SpaceX's lucrative contracts with the federal government. The concept of DOGE checks, proposed as a distribution of savings from government austerity measures, has gained traction on social media but remains largely theoretical. While Musk initially endorsed the idea of sending checks to American households, the feasibility of such a program has been called into question. Early estimates suggested that the savings touted by DOGE might translate to minimal payouts, with the reality being a fraction of the ambitious promises made. In recent weeks, the discussion around DOGE checks has taken on a life of its own, with many Americans searching online for their supposed dividends. However, experts caution that the numbers behind these claims are shaky at best, and the likelihood of actual checks being distributed appears slim. The political ramifications of these unfulfilled promises could haunt the Trump administration as it seeks to navigate the complexities of governance amidst public scrutiny. As Musk's time at DOGE comes to a close, the future of government efficiency initiatives remains uncertain. The administration's insistence on aggressive austerity measures, coupled with rising federal spending, raises questions about the long-term viability of such approaches. With Musk himself acknowledging the challenges of his role, the path ahead for both him and the Trump administration will require careful navigation of both political and fiscal realities. As the 2026 deadline for DOGE approaches, it remains to be seen whether Musk's ambitious goals will materialize or become another chapter in the saga of government inefficiency. The interplay between technology, politics, and public perception will undoubtedly shape the discourse as the administration moves forward, leaving many to ponder the true cost of Musk's ambitious foray into public service. In the rapidly evolving automotive landscape, electric vehicles (EVs) are transforming not only the way we drive but also the perceptions surrounding them. A compelling narrative has emerged, exemplified by the experience of Daniel Carbajal, who recently shared his unexpected journey into the realm of EVs. Initially skeptical about electric cars, Daniel's perspective shifted dramatically following a test drive in a 2019 Tesla Model 3 Performance. His story is not unique, but rather reflects a broader trend among consumers who find themselves enchanted by the allure of electric mobility. Daniel's initial indifference towards EVs changed the moment he got behind the wheel of the Tesla. "I can proudly say that I absolutely love my 2019 Tesla Model 3 Performance. Never thought I'd ever own an EV. I didn't care about them until I drove one, and it absolutely changed my mind," he noted in a Facebook post. This sentiment resonates with many current Tesla owners who recount similar experiences of unexpected exhilaration during their first drives. The Tesla Model 3, known for its instant torque and smooth acceleration, offers a driving experience that defies conventional expectations, often transforming skeptics into enthusiastic advocates. This phenomenon of conversion is not limited to Daniel. Roger Zerby, another owner, shared his own transformation, stating, "Same story for me. Never in 1,000 years did I ever think I would own an EV. I drove my girlfriend's and absolutely loved it. Such testimonials highlight a common theme: the power of first-hand experience to reshape opinions about electric vehicles. Whether through a casual drive or a rental, many have discovered that the joy of driving an EV extends far beyond its environmental benefits. The community surrounding Tesla plays a pivotal role in this shift. Enthusiastic owners often share their experiences, creating a ripple effect that encourages others to explore electric mobility. Bruce Guarneri, who rented a Tesla for a trip before purchasing his own, exemplifies how real-world exposure can lead to commitment. "That's how they got me too," he remarked, reinforcing the idea that the thrill of driving an electric vehicle can be contagious. Tesla's ability to captivate consumers is also linked to its cutting-edge technology and features. Owners frequently mention the seamless integration of functionalities like autopilot, regenerative braking, and over-the-air updates, which not only enhance the driving experience but also redefine car ownership. Despite some early concerns over quality issues, the innovative service model offered by Tesla often exceeds expectations, further solidifying customer loyalty. As the EV landscape continues to evolve, Tesla remains at the forefront. The company has recently made headlines with reports indicating that it will resume shipping parts from China for its Cybercab and semi-production in the U.S. This development comes amidst easing U.S.-China trade tensions, which may positively impact Tesla's operations and supply chain. Lower tariffs could reduce costs for imported components, while Musk's influence in Washington remains strong, potentially benefiting Tesla's strategic position in the market. The stock market has also responded favorably, with Tesla shares surging nearly 20% in just 5 days. Analysts attribute this rise to several factors, including Musk's renewed focus on Tesla and favorable developments in U.S.-China trade relations. However, challenges remain. Demand for vehicles appears sluggish globally, and competition in the EV market is intensifying, particularly from Chinese manufacturers. Tesla's recent struggles with sales in key markets such as Germany underscore the need for continued innovation and consumer engagement. Looking forward, the anticipation surrounding the Tesla Model 3 and its future iterations suggests that the brand will continue to capture the imagination of drivers who once thought they would never consider an electric vehicle. As Daniel's story illustrates, the transition to electric mobility is often driven by personal experiences rather than marketing tactics. In a world where consumers are increasingly drawn to the extraordinary capabilities of electric vehicles, Tesla's ability to convert skeptics into believers may well be the most significant indicator of its ongoing success. The EV revolution appears to be gaining momentum, and as more drivers take that first exhilarating drive, the landscape of automotive ownership is poised for further transformation. In a significant demonstration of progress in satellite deployment and space technology, SpaceX is poised to launch 28 Starlink V2 mini satellites aboard its Falcon 9 rocket from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station today. Scheduled for liftoff at 12:38 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 16:38 UTC, the Starlink 6-67 mission aims to expand the growing constellation of satellites currently operating in low Earth orbit, which now exceeds 7,400 spacecraft. As the Falcon 9 stands ready at Launch Complex 40, the weather outlook appears promising, with meteorologists from the 45th Weather Squadron predicting a 95% chance of favorable conditions for the launch. High pressure will build in from the west through the rest of the week, stated launch weather officers on Tuesday, highlighting the shift towards more stable weather patterns in the area. This is a welcome change for SpaceX, which has recently faced challenges during its overnight launch operations. The Falcon 9 rocket, designated for this mission, Booster 1090, has a robust history, with its previous missions including NASA's Crew 10 and various payloads for SAS and rideshare missions. Following the launch, the booster is expected to target a landing on the drone ship, a shortfall of gravitas positioned in the Atlantic Ocean, marking what could be the 447th successful booster landing to date if all goes according to plan. In addition to the Starlink mission, SpaceX is concurrently focused on its Starship program, having recently conducted a static fire test of the Starship upper stage at its South Texas facility. This test, which lasted approximately 60 seconds and involved igniting all 6 Raptor engines, is part of preparations for the vehicle's upcoming 9th flight test. Although a specific launch date has yet to be announced, the successful completion of this static fire adds to the momentum building around the Starship program, which aims to enable sustainable human presence on Mars, a vision championed by SpaceX founder Elon Musk. As SpaceX continues to push the boundaries of space exploration and satellite internet, the implications of these developments extend far beyond mere technological achievements. The expansion of the Starlink network is expected to enhance global internet access, particularly in underserved regions, which could transform communication and economic opportunities worldwide. Furthermore, advancements in reusable rocket technology could significantly reduce the costs associated with space travel, paving the way for more frequent and ambitious missions. As we watch the countdown to today's launch unfold, the event not only marks another milestone for SpaceX but also serves as a testament to the rapid advancements in aerospace technology. With future missions on the horizon and the potential for further innovation, the coming months are likely to bring even more exciting developments in space exploration. In a recent series of developments, Elon Musk's multifaceted engagements with social media platform X, formerly Twitter, highlight the complexities of his role as a tech mogul and influencer. The ongoing discourse surrounding the platform has not only drawn attention to Musk's management style but has also raised questions about the future of engagement on social media. One of the more intriguing aspects of Musk's recent comments involves his critique of the platform's most followed users. He lamented that many A-list celebrities, including Taylor Swift and Justin Bieber, rarely utilize Twitter to its full potential, stating most of these top accounts tweet rarely and post very little content. His observation comes amid concerns about Twitter's relevance and user engagement, prompting him to pose a provocative question: is Twitter dying? Musk's concerns reflect a broader trend among users seeking more authentic engagement on social media, contrasting with the traditional celebrity approach of curated, infrequent posting. Simultaneously, Musk's company Tesla is navigating a significant phase in its evolution. The automaker has established a special board committee tasked with reassessing Musk's controversial $56 billion pay package from 2018. This reevaluation comes as Tesla embarks on an ambitious pivot toward AI and robotics, including the deployment of its Optimus humanoid robot and plans for a robotaxi service. The committee's review may lead to a new performance-based compensation structure that aligns Musk's pay with Tesla's operational goals, which have increasingly centered around innovation in artificial intelligence. Moreover, Musk's recent interactions on X included a notable exchange with Google CEO Sundar Pichai and Quora co-founder Adam D'Angelo regarding performance issues with Google Meet. Musk's endorsement of X as a platform for influential conversations underscores his vision for it as a space for high-profile discussions and customer feedback, echoing the platform's potential as a customer service tool even amidst its challenges. The Indian government has also entered the conversation, requesting Twitter to block approximately 8,000 accounts, which Musk has publicly disagreed with. He cited the platform's commitment to free speech principles as a reason for his stance. This situation illustrates the ongoing tension between government regulation and corporate autonomy in the digital space. As Tesla advances towards launching its robotaxi service in various global markets, including a confirmed entry into Saudi Arabia, Musk's ambitions continue to unfold. The robotaxi initiative is part of a broader strategy that positions Tesla not just as an automaker but as a leader in the AI-driven future of transportation, which Musk believes could have transformative implications for economies worldwide. Looking ahead, the developments surrounding Musk and his ventures signify a critical juncture for both social media and automotive industries. The outcomes of Tesla's compensation review, the potential revival of user engagement on X, and the success of robotics integration could shape the landscape of technology and social interaction in the coming years. As the world watches, Musk's dual role as a provocateur and innovator will undoubtedly continue to generate discussion and debate about the future of connectivity and commerce in an increasingly digital age. In a move that signals a significant shift in how we interact with technology, Apple has announced its entry into the brain-computer interface (BCI) arena. This ambitious initiative aims to enable users to control Apple devices like iPhones and iPads using only their thoughts, marking a potential breakthrough in accessibility for individuals with severe motor impairments. Apple's foray into BCI technology aligns with its long-standing commitment to accessibility, particularly for those affected by conditions such as ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, and spinal cord injuries. At Apple, accessibility is part of our DNA, said CEO Tim Cook in a recent press release. Making technology for everyone is a priority for all of us, and we're proud of the innovations we're sharing this year. The focus on BCI technology underscores Apple's intent to enhance the lives of those who face significant challenges in their daily interactions with technology. To realize this vision, Apple is collaborating with Synchron, a startup that has developed the StentRoad, a stent-like electrode implant designed to read brain signals. The StentRoad is placed within a blood vessel near the brain's motor cortex and features 16 electrodes that detect neural activity. This technology allows users to communicate directly with digital devices, transforming brain signals into commands without the need for physical interaction. In contrast, Elon Musk's Neuralink is pursuing a more invasive approach with its N1 brain implant, which is inserted directly into brain tissue and boasts over 1,000 electrodes. This method allows for more detailed neural data capture. However, the differing technologies lead to varied user experiences. While Neuralink has showcased its advanced capabilities, such as enabling a user to play chess solely with brain signals, Synchron StentRoad is still in the early stages of development. Mark Jackson, an early user of the StentRoad, highlighted the current limitations of the technology. He noted that navigating digital interfaces is noticeably slower than conventional methods, since the system does not yet allow for the simulation of mouse or touchscreen actions. Nevertheless, he has experienced remarkable moments, such as virtually exploring the Swiss Alps through an Apple VR headset connected to his implant, which elicited an emotional response reminiscent of physical sensations. Synchron CEO Tom Oxley expressed optimism about the potential of this technology, stating more is possible with a standard built specifically for these implants. Apple is anticipated to unveil a new standard later this year, which will facilitate interaction between BCI devices and its ecosystem, thus paving the way for developers to create more integrated applications. The implications of this technology extend beyond individual use. Morgan Stanley estimates that around 150,000 Americans with serious upper limb impairments could benefit from brain implant technology. While the first commercial approval for such devices is predicted to come by 2030, Oxley believes that the timeline could be accelerated, especially with Apple's backing. As Apple and Synchron continue to advance their BCI initiatives, the landscape of technology and accessibility is set for transformation. With an increasing number of individuals able to interact with devices in ways previously thought impossible, the future holds exciting potential for innovation that can bridge the gap between human capability and technology. The unfolding developments in this space will not only redefine user interaction but may also lay the groundwork for a future where thought-driven technology becomes a commonplace reality.